Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to explain my video presentation, but before it, first I want to say thanks to the Almighty God, because only by His kindness we can gather in this place. In this place, I can face to you. And the second, I will say thanks to Miss Puji Astuti, because give a little time for me to explain my material for today. Before that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Calvin Sirait. I come from class V551, and this is my video presentation about morphemes. I choose meeting 2 about morphemes, and this is my explanation about morphemes. Hope you like my video presentation for today. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to explain about meeting 2 about morphemes. What is morphemes? What is the units of morphemes, or what is the kinds of morphemes? And here it is. We know that in morphology is study about word formation, and in the word formation we are often find morphemes. Why is it like that? Because morphemes are the can I say the general or the important units when we study about morphology. Why is it like that? Because I think that beside that, morphemes are an important subject that we must know what is morpheme when we are study about morphology. We know that when we are study about morphology, that the meaning of morphology is the study of word formation, we will study about morphemes. Morpheme is the smallest unit in language that has its own. I ever heard about the statement in the first meeting. When we are in the first meeting, I can say we are in the first meeting in the fourth semester, when Miss Puji Astuti came to our class, and we are, if I'm not wrong, we are studying about the introduction to morphology. She said that word can be classified as morphemes, but morphemes cannot be classified as word. In this meeting, we will focus about the smallest thing in words that usually called as morphemes. From Greek word morph, form, shape, and morphemes can be thought of as minimalist units of morphology. Okay, now we'll start to the kinds of morphemes. We know that morphemes can be classified to become 2, namely free morphemes and bound morphemes. We know that free morphemes divided to become 2 again, namely lexical morphemes and grammatical morphemes. Okay, now I want to discuss about the lexical morphemes first. Lexical morphemes include noun, adjective, adverb, and verb. We know that example of noun is table, example of adjective is beautiful, example of verb is cooking, example of adverb is like when we go to for example, in the market, in school, and the university. While grammatical morphemes divide to become conjunction, pronoun, preposition, and article. We know that conjunction, we can see that conjunction is after, before, and for preposition is at, under, in, on. For article, we know that article there is de, a, and an. And for the what's once more for the oh my god, oh yeah, yes, pronoun. And one small is pronoun for example is I, you, she, he, and I think that are they are can be classified as the grammatical morphemes. And for bound morphemes also divided to become, namely, inflectional morphemes and derivational morphemes. Inflectional morphemes include ing, is, e or ed, and er or est. And for derivational morphemes divide to become 2 again, namely prefix and suffix. Okay, this is I I will explain that morphemes, it's that like I said that morphemes divide to become free morpheme and bound morphemes, and free morphemes divide into lexical morphemes, grammatical morphemes, and you can see this is lexical, adjective, verb, adverb, grammatical morphemes, pronoun, conjunction, article, preposition, and bound morphemes, inflectional morpheme, derivational morphemes. And here it is. I want to show that here is so that I think this may be clearly for us. Okay, and here the example of the morphemes that I take from the material that we were studied in the last meeting, and this is noun adjective become alcoholic. So this is the example for noun, from noun to be adjective. This from alcoholic for. So you can see this. I hope you can understand about that. Okay, the last discussion about the kinds of morphemes. We know that the kinds of morphemes are root, uh, root, affix, and combining form. I think that root, combining forms, and affix so influenced the kinds of morphemes, because I think that morphemes itself is as a smallest meaning, the smallest thing in morphology, that it has own meaning. So this it is the root is like an analytic are called prefixes. We know that while those that follow it's called suffixes like performance and witnesses and readable, we have encountered far more suffixes than prefixes. I think that's all my video explanation about morphemes for today. I chose meeting two morphemes because I think that uh this is interesting discussion. Why is it like that? Because we are, when we study about the morphology, we will find about morphemes, and morphemes can morphemes always I can say that morphemes always we find when we are studying morphology. So after hear my explanation about morphemes, I hope my explanation for today can be understand to the people who see my video for today, especially for Miss Pujastuti. Thank you, Miss, because give a little time for me. Thank you because I give a little explain, I give a little opportunity to me to give my explanation for today. Thank you so much, and I also thank you to my friends who always support me, who always uh, give a support and advice for me. I'm so sorry if I had made a many mistake when I imparted my video presentation, for example, about the bad sound system, or I am a little bit nervous, or I forget about the material that I want to impart for today. I'm so sorry, because surely I'm a little bit nervous actually, but I'm struggle so that I can be successful this video presentation. And I'm so sorry once again if I had many mistakes, and thank you very much for Miss Puji Astuti. Thank you very much for my friends, and I hope we always stay healthy wherever we are and wherever we go. We always stay healthy, and goodbye, and thank you very much.